So we have taken another problem. So here also we have to do the same kind of steps. So here we are having summation of two things, right? One is cos x, another one is what? E power ax form. So two forms are there which we have discussed already. So but summation of both are given over here. The solution will be given as what? Yc plus yp, right? What is yc? It is also called as complementary function and yp is called as particular integral. Now how to find yc and yp? That is most important thing, right? So yc can be found out by first introducing the auxiliary equation, which is nothing but whatever is there inside the bracket, which is the function of d, that has to be converted, or we can say the m has to be substituted in place of d. So it will become m square plus 5m plus 6 and equate it to 0 since it is auxiliary equation. Okay. From this we have to find the value of m. So we can go by splitting up middle term, factorization method, or quadratic formula you can apply, or otherwise calculator using that you can find the value of m. Okay. So we'll go by the factorization method. So while multiplying, see coefficient here it's what? 1 and here it is 6. So multiplication of these two, it is nothing but what? 6. So while multiplying I should get 6 and while adding I should get what? 5, right? Adding 5, multiplication 6. Factors are nothing but 2 and 3. So I can take 2 and 3. So it will become m square plus 2m plus 3m plus 6 equal to 0. From this you can do grouping. M common, m plus 2. Here also m plus 2 should come equal to 0. So here plus 3, right? So m plus 2 common. So what is left out? M plus 3. Since it is multiplication, so we can write it as what? M plus 2 is equal to 0 and m plus 3 is equal to 0. So from here m value is minus 2, from here m value is minus 3. So when you are getting the values as what? See here, real and distinct in the sense different values. That means the roots which you are getting different. So when you are getting different roots, then yc value will be equal to c1 e power alpha x plus c2 e power beta x, where suppose m is equal to alpha and beta, two different values. Here alpha and beta you can observe minus 2 and minus 3. So in place of alpha and beta you have to substitute that value. Therefore for this particular equation yc is equal to c1 e power alpha x minus 2x plus c2 e power minus 3x. So this becomes the yc value. Now in order to find out particular integral, or we call it as what? Yp, what we are going to do? We have to concentrate on RHS side also. So it becomes what? See, we have to write this part separately, this part separately. This is in the form of k cos ax. This is in the form of k e power ax. So difference between these two is there. In the procedure also it is quite different. So we have to consider separately. But first of all, yp is equal to what? 1 by d square plus 5d plus 6 into cos x plus 1 divided by d square plus 5d plus 6 into e power minus 2x. So how I have written this value? So it's quite simple. What you have to do? So k into 1 by function of d, okay, into cos ax and k into cos ax, and as well as for this one same thing, k into 1 by f of d, function of d, into e power ax, right? So this form we have to bring. So yp value is nothing but this and this form. What is function of d? Function of d is nothing but whatever is there inside the bracket that you have to write. Now since k value is nothing but what? K value here coefficient. Coefficient is 1, that's why we have not multiplied 1 since it is the same thing. Here also coefficient of e power ax, it is also 1 here, so we have not multiplied that also. Okay, so anyways it is the same thing. Now after writing in this form, we'll calculate two different things. Separately we'll calculate, okay? So first we are going to take the cos x part, we'll calculate that part. So we will name it this part as what? Since we are calculating the particular integral, or we can write it as yp1 and this part as what? Yp2. So later on at last what we are going to do? Yp is equal to yp1 plus yp2, right? At last the solution should be y is equal to yc plus yp, where yc we know complementary function which we have already calculated. Yp we know it is particular integral, that is nothing but yp1 plus yp2. This is what we are going to do. Now how to proceed by this thing? So whenever you are getting k cos ax, what we are going to do? We are going to substitute in place of d square what? Minus a square. So in place of d square we are going to do what is minus a square? A value is nothing but, see, k cos ax. This is the form. Now here a value we have to find. A value here, since it is not there, any number is not there, so it is considered as what? 1. So a value is 1. So you can write that the d square value you have to consider minus 1 square. And be careful with this one. What is the meaning of this? This basically means minus 1 into 1. It is equal to minus 1. It is not minus 1 the whole square. Okay? There is a difference between this thing. So we have to consider this d square is nothing but it is equal to minus 1. So here what happens? Yp, so instead of d square what we are going to do? We are going to substitute minus 1 plus 5 d we won't be doing anything, so 5d plus 6 into cos x as it is. Now from this can I write the value as what? 1 by how much you are getting? 5d plus 5 into cos x, right? After getting this, what we are going to do? See, understand that in the denominator you are getting d value. So denominator, whenever you are getting d value, we have to try to eliminate denominator. Okay. So after substituting this part, d square value, always remember d value we won't be substituting in this case of what? K cos ax. This is the procedure. Try to understand. Now here, since we have to eliminate the d value from the denominator, what we are going to do? We are going to multiply 5d minus 5 and divide it by 5d minus 5. Now what is the intention of doing this? Basic idea here is nothing but this and this form. If you see, it is in the form of a plus b into a minus b, which is nothing but a square minus b square. When you do a square minus b square, it will become d square denominator. Again d square we are having the value as what? Minus 1, so that we can substitute in the denominator. So what will happen? See here, 5d minus 5 in the numerator into cos x divided by denominator, it will become 5d square minus 5 square, a square minus b square. Okay, so the answer will be what? 5d minus 5 into cos x divided by, it will become 25d square minus 25, right? Now d square value, again what we are going to do? We are going to substitute the d square value as what? Minus 1 square, which is nothing but minus 1, minus a square, which is nothing but minus 1, because a square it is not changing. See, understand that fact, that a value is not changing, it is remaining the same thing. Now you'll ask me, what about d has come in the numerator? What you are going to do? We'll see. So it will be 5d minus 5 into cos x whole divided by 25 into d square value has come as what? Minus 1 minus 25. So it will be how much? 5d minus 5 into cos x divided by, it will be minus 25 minus 25. What is minus 25 minus 25? I will write directly, it is minus 50. So next, what about this numerator part? See, we'll try to open the bracket. So what happens when you open the bracket? It will be 5d into cos x minus 5 cos x divided by minus 50. Simple. Now what is the meaning of d? See, always remember, d meaning is nothing but d by dx. D is nothing but, capital D is nothing but differentiation of a function with respect to x. Okay, so we have to do here what? See what happens here. 5 into, instead of the differentiation of the cos x function with respect to x, minus 5 cos x as it is, the whole divided by minus 50. Now d part is gone, right? So what is the differentiation of cos x? Cos x differentiation, no, it is nothing but what? Minus sin x. So it is equal to minus 5 sin x minus 5 cos x whole divided by minus 50. From this, can I take minus 5 common? So what will be remaining? Sin x plus cos x whole divided by minus 50. So from this, 1s are 10s are, minus minus cancel. So what is the answer you're getting? 1 by 10 into sin x plus cos x. This is the answer for what? YP1 part. We have calculated only YP1 part. We have to go for YP2 also. Then combine, then only you will be getting the particular integral. Now here, what we are going to do? We have got the YP2 consideration. Okay. So here the function has changed. Now when the function changes, the procedure also changes. So be careful with that. Now here what happens? K into e power ax is now the form, right? What is the value of a here? A is nothing but, in this particular question, it is nothing but minus 2. Now the procedure is nothing but, see here carefully, we are going to substitute the d value as what? A. We are going to substitute the d value as a. See, there is a difference, that's why I said there it was d square, as we are substituting minus a square, but here in case of k into e power ax, we have to substitute d as what? A. So here what happens? Yp2 will become 1 divided by, in place of d, a, that means we have to substitute minus 2. So everywhere in place of d, you are going to substitute minus 2. So it will be minus 2 the whole square plus 5 into minus 2, right, plus 6 into e power minus 2x as it is. So what is the answer you are getting? You are getting the answer as 1 divided by minus 2 square is 4. This is minus 10 plus 6 into e power minus 2x. Now here in the denominator, what you are getting? You are getting the answer as 10 minus 10, which is equal to 0, right? So you are getting the answer as 0. So if we are getting the answer as 0, what are you going to do? We cannot write the answer as 0 and come. So we have to avoid this by, we have to save this equation by what? Next step, it is nothing but to differentiate and multiply by x. What you have to differentiate? F of d and multiply by x in the numerator part. So why we are doing this? When you have to do this, if we are getting a number denominator 0, we have to save that particular equation, that particular formation we have to save. So for that purpose, we are going to differentiate f of d. What is f of d? This part. This we are going to differentiate. So when you differentiate, what you will be getting? See here, yp2 1 divided by, differentiate, it will be 2d plus 5 plus differentiation of 6 is 0 into e power minus 2x. As I said, don't forget multiply x in the numerator. So I will multiply here x. Now again you have to substitute the d value as what? A. Again the a value will remain as it is, which is minus 2. So when you substitute now, we'll see what happens. So yp2 value is equal to x divided by, substitute minus 2. So 2 into minus 2 plus 5 into e power minus 2x. And it is equal to x divided by minus 4 plus 5 into e power minus 2x. Okay. Minus 4 plus 5 is nothing but 1. So we are not getting 0 here. Right? We are not getting 0. If you are getting 0, again you have to differentiate and multiply by x. Again you have to follow the same step. But here in this case, I am getting the answer as what? Denominator 1. So that is fine. If you are getting 0, then only you have to do. So it is nothing but x into e power minus 2x. This is nothing but what? Yp2. So can I combine now yp1 and yp2 to get yp value? Yes, you can combine. So the answer for yp, only yp, which is nothing but particular integral, which is equal to yp1 plus yp2. So the answer will be 1 by 10 sin x plus cos x plus this yp2 value, which is nothing but x into e power minus 2x. The solution, or we can say the y value, is equal to yc plus yp. Now what is yp? Yc value we already calculated in the starting. C1 e power minus 2x plus C2 e power minus 3x plus this whole thing, yp value.